Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, who do rule and teach well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, diligently laboring in His truth and all righteousness and sincerity, keeping the faith of our Lord Yahweh Shai until all is fulfilled and we are redeemed. So back here with this redacted video, and there's two main points I want to get out of here because this one was from yeah, they had broadcasted this today, and there's two main points I want to grab out of here, man, because this, the 2 points that we're gonna get into, this really shows you the Esau going down, and it really demonstrates the point that Esau's rulership is falling faster than what people realize, all right? Because this man, he has pretty much lost the war on information. He no longer controls the narrative, okay? He doesn't control the outputs of information anymore, all right? People have access to independent private media. You see what I'm saying? Back in the day, it was, Fox News, it was CBS, CNN, you know what I'm saying? That's where people got their news from. But the thing with that is, being that those were the only platforms people could get their news, these devils were able to push false information, really misinformation, onto the people as the truth. Same thing they did with 9/11. They say, oh yeah, we got to go into Iraq because they got weapons of mass destruction. All right. It came out that there were no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Okay. But the real reason why they went over there was to get the oil. All right. Was to, get the different resources that are in that region, man. That's what the whole thing was about. Right. That's why they went in on Saddam Hussein. That's why they went in on Osama bin Laden and all these different, cats, man, that they went in and that they destroyed. All right, all because of a false narrative. And guess what? There was a time when the people believed that. Okay, this is why the time is coming where it says in Jeremiah the 16th chapter, the heathen are going to come unto you from the ends of the earth and say that our fathers have inherited us lies, roughly paraphrasing. Because now, even it's even happening now. These Edomites, they see that their leadership has pushed them nothing but lies and falsehood. Okay, the whole facade of America, being founded upon bravery and our ancestors were, strong, tough people that build a nation out of nothing. No, that's not the case. You built this nation off of, lies, bloodshed, murder, rape, and robbery, man. That's the real truth. You see, but for the longest time, Esau, he was able to push the narrative of this very wholesome narrative, that we have done no wrong before, the Israelites, what I'm saying? We have done no wrong before the world. We're Americans, we just want to, get along to go along. Okay, this is the land of the free, home of the brave. All that bullshit. You see? But the truth is coming out. So much so now to the point where these devils, they're heavily censoring social media. All right. Even on YouTube, man. Like I saw one of the Elder Apostles video. I think it was Elder Apostle Tahar. The video had this is crazy, man. But the video had like 200 something views, right? 200 something views, and it only had like, I think, 20 something or 40 something, like something like that. But I'm like, how you got 200 something views but you only have this amount of likes? So but they've been doing this for a while, where they've been deleting the likes, because when you like a video, it sends to the algorithm, it pushes that video out there into the YouTube suggestions and stuff like that, and it recommends the video to people to watch. Well, if they delete the likes and they delete the comments, if they take off all the interaction on the videos, then the videos won't get out there. And you'll see in this redacted video that they've even gone to the lengths now of removing search results from the main pages on YouTube so that you can't even find these videos. All right, and once again, they've been doing this for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like it's even to the point now where you really have to type in the exact title of the video for a specific video to pop up, especially brothers that are in GMS. Okay, you have to type in like the video title verbatim, all right, for the video to pop up. Like you can't just type in like a vague title. Like it has to be exact, or else it won't pop up. All right, but you gonna see, man. Listen, Esau is hurt. All right, this man has no more gas left in his tank. Like this man is truly done. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and check out this redacted clip. And Lord willing, this video is edifying.
Oh, Ben Shapiro also, and a number of conservatives were also hit by this. Ben Shapiro had this. He says, if you were wondering what the legacy media would plan for its October surprise, wonder no longer. It is here. Today, I received the following text from a reporter at the New York Times and literally asks the same things, almost verbatim. Save like a clip that he mentions of his specificity for Ben Shapiro. So Ben Shapiro responds, what precisely is the New York Times doing? It's perfectly obvious. It's using research from Media Matters, which is a radical left-wing organization whose sole purpose is destroying conservative media in order to pressure YouTube to demonetize and penalize any and all conservatives 1 week from the election. Ben Shapiro then writes, that's the entire game here. Run an article in America's, quote, most trusted newspaper that declares pretty much every major conservative a purveyor of misinformation on YouTube, thus strong-arming YouTube into taking action against conservatives.
All right, now, they want to say that really they label anyone who speaks against their narrative that they've put out there as a misinformation. All right, you're spreading misinformation if you don't agree with us. That's pretty much, in layman's terms, what's going on here. Okay, but who are really the real pushers of misinformation? Who has pushed misinformation all around the world, man? Well, it's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, starting with their elites. Okay, those are the true, misinformation spreaders. But the, Ben Shapiro, he's talking about conservatives, which are people that hold to more, like traditional values, but pretty much it doesn't matter if you're a conservative or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? If you speak against what they have told you is the truth, all right, like for example, right now, we can just use this as a prime example, right? Now, they're telling you that a man is not a man, that a woman is not a woman, right? They're telling you now that the truth is, well, just because you were born a biological man, you can now identify as a biological female, all right? And that you have to use pronouns to apply to these individuals, right? Well, guess what? That's not what the Most High set up. That's not how the Most High created everything in the beginning, all right? The Most High created male and he created female. But now this devil, he comes and tells you, no, that's not the case. Okay, now you can be gender fluid, right? Now you can wake up as a man, but at 12:30 in the afternoon, now you can feel like you're a woman. Now you can get a period, and now you got titties, and you can take hormones and shit like that. This is what the devil do, man. Okay, but let you call the truth for what it is. Like let you call a spade a spade. Esau gonna tell you, oh, you're spreading misinformation. Okay, because that's not a woman. That's actually a man, right? But the nigga got titties and you know what I'm saying, got a vagina, whole nine and everything, but that's a man though. You see, this is the confusion that exists here within Babylon the Great. But if you speak against that, oh, now you're committing a hate crime. Okay, now we need to lock you up because you're not going along with our bullshit. See, this is the system that this devil has created, man. Okay, this devil has literally distorted reality. All right, so much now to the point where what's real is now questionable. Okay, facts are questionable under the rulership of the so-called white man. This is why we got to get out of here, and this is why the Most High got to destroy this devil, man. You see, because this is nothing but madness that's going on. Like these people are completely bugged out and just evil and wicked, man. And they pushing this vibration all around the earth, right? Everything is turned out, man. That's why Esau Edom has to go. They must be destroyed. Let's continue.
Then he says, this is totally scandalous. In 2020, the legacy media shut down dissemination of the Hunter Biden laptop story and laundered the claim that it was all Russian disinformation, all to get Joe Biden elected. Then he says, in 2024, they're even more brazen. They're openly trying to intimidate YouTube, one of the most dominant news platforms in America, into shutting down anyone who isn't pro-Kamala. He's right. Zero Hedge even getting in on this today. One of the largest and most read websites in the world. Zero Hedge tweeted this. It's not just the New York Times and Media Matters. NewsGuard has also been mobilized. The entire censorship industrial complex is in full-blown meltdown over the disaster of Kamala Harris right now. I added that part. But that's why they're in a meltdown mode right now. So NewsGuard, New York Times, Media Matters, this is your October surprise. The massive media silencing of conservative voices. And we saw it yesterday on YouTube. If you did a search for Trump Rogan interview, Trump Rogan full podcast interview, it doesn't matter. Here I did it just before the show just to show you again. Trump Rogan, search. Nothing. News at the top. There's a clip from The Rising. There's a ABC News reaction. Watch Mojo's reaction, 12-minute clip, 15-minute clip here, another 15-minute clip, 20-minute clip, not the 3-hour interview. Here's a 6-minute clip. Here's Megyn Kelly's response. Oh, and then people also watch these other choices. So we're done giving you search results. Here's some other things we think you'd like to watch, like this. Mark Cuban on why he dumped Trump. Why do you think when I type in Trump Rogan, I want to see a freaking interview with Mark Cuban on CNN about why he's now supporting Kamala Harris? Oh, continue scrolling all the way down. You can see it. Keep going all the way down. No interview. The Rising's response, all these companies, ABC News's, Fox News's response, shorts, and then clips from like a year ago. Oh, there's Trump on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from the 1990s. That's relevant. Here's Bill O'Reilly and I mean, Jon Stewart. That's relevant. Here's Saturday Night Live. That's relevant. So do any search you want. Unless you specifically go to Trump Rogan's page, you won't be able to find it. So
you see that? So they've gone to the lengths of actually removing search results, and they do the same thing with the men of the Lord. Okay, because these individuals, yeah, they may have a bigger platform, they have more of an audience, but they not coming with "Thus saith the Lord." So if they going against them, then how much more us? You know what I'm saying? Because we come with "Thus saith the Lord," man. All right, and we operating through the Spirit. So these devils definitely on a heavy censorship campaign with us. But these are the times that we in to where these devils, they're going to great lengths to hide the truth. All right. And that Joe Rogan podcast, when he talked with Trump, I didn't actually watch it, but they said that video went crazy. Within a few hours, the video had over 5 million views. You see? Now, yeah, I got to get into it and see what they was talking about. But for a video to do that, those kind of numbers, and for Joe Rogan to be a independent podcast journalist, for him to get Trump on there, that's a big blow to the mainstream media, because Joe Rogan, I'm pretty sure he was asking the questions that the common person wanted to know regarding the election and what he's going to do and stuff like that. Even though it's all theater, it's all it's all to take your mind away from what's really going on. But you see what's going on. This devil Esau, he's making a man an offender for a word. He's going to the lengths now to where he's silencing you if you don't agree with him. All right, and now this is happening online, but very soon it's gonna happen in person. You know what I'm saying? Very soon this devil is gonna come to your door, knock on your door, and question you and arrest you for posting what they deem as misinfo. Okay, once again, making a man an offender for a word. That's the same thing that they're doing in the UK. All right, just a few months ago, we was bringing it out to where the UK police, they was going door to door, knocking on people's doors and showing them Facebook posts and say, "Did you make this post? Why would you say this and spread this information on the internet?" See, these are the times that we're coming into, man. Like, things are about to get very, very draconian. All right, and people is not ready for this. This here is Isaiah 29:15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, Who seeth us and who knoweth us?" Now, who are the main ones that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord? Well, it's the Edomites, starting with the elites, okay, trickling on down to these lower level politicians, and the ones that are in positions of government. Okay, they're the ones that make these laws. They are the ones that are able to silence you and delete search results off of the internet that expose them. Okay, these that is them seeking deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, Who seeth us and who knows us? But guess what? Yahweh Bashemel Shai sees you, and he knows you. All right, the Lord knows exactly what you devils got going on. And guess what? The men of the Lord, all right, which are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashemel Shai, are exposing these devils as well. All right, every single day, man. So Esau, he can no longer hide himself. Okay, this man has been found out, and because he's been found out, all right, this is what he's doing now. Okay, he must silence any light that comes out. He has to cover it with a just pretty much black you out, pretty much. All right, this is what it is. As you see the title here. Alert, October surprise reveal as Deep State starts massive media silencing of conservatives. Okay? But very soon, like I said, this is just an internet thing, but in a very short time to come, they're actually going to throw you into detention centers, all right? They're going to throw you in prison for spreading what they deem as misinformation. All right, let's go to verse 20. It says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off." Verse 21, "That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught." You see that? So Esau, he's turning aside the just for a thing of naught. Okay, he's pretty much telling the upright that you don't have a talking point, that you shouldn't be speaking what you're speaking because you're really speaking lies. Okay, I have the truth. I'm the one that tells you what the truth is, right? That's basically what this devil is saying. You see? And this is how you know that a liar is in charge, because you would think if we lived in a righteous society, showing you this is not a righteous society, if this was a righteous society, then the truth would flourish. Okay, but we live in a society where the truth is suppressed, right? We live in a society where the truth is looked at as something bad, where, oh, you shouldn't say that because it's XYZ. That's how you know that a liar is in charge, man. You see, a true upright righteous man is not ruling over the earth, man. The devil is ruling over the earth, because he pushes nothing but lies and deception. All right, the devil wants to pull the wool over your eyes, right? And once you peep from from under that cover, he pulls it back down and says, no. Is there's nothing to see here. Okay, don't worry about what's going on over there. Don't worry about this. Just focus on what I'm telling you. You see that? That's what the devil do. All right, but these devils are getting ready to roll, man. Like they're getting ready to put these laws out there, which they've already put these laws on the books. They just haven't enacted them yet. Right? They just need the right crisis to bring these things forth. But best believe, man, Esau already got some things up his sleeve that he about to bring forth at the proper time. So pursuing the Amos 8 and 11, it's about to be a famine of the word, man, to where the men of the Lord not going to be speaking no more. Like this ministry going to come to an end at a certain point. That's why you got to get this while it's still available, man, because you just saw, Clayton Morris just showed it on the screen, man. You can't even get results for a Joe Rogan video. So how much more the prophets, the men of the Lord, man? The time is coming. Let's continue.
What did Joe Rogan do? He posted it on X this morning or overnight, I think. And now at this point, as of 10:21 p.m. last night, had 5 million views in just like a short amount of time. He says, since there's an issue with searching for this episode on YouTube, here's the full podcast with Trump. There you go. So this all happened at the same time, within like a 24-hour period, the mobilization of the media and the attempt to silence these conservative voices. So here we go, folks.
They just don't understand why their attempts to promote the Democratic Party and thereby themselves and their own self-interest is not working. The polls are showing them that their influence is waning, and they're just so confused.
Yeah,
it's very confusing.
Well, we got more news.
Wielded such power in a bad way.
True. We got more.
This is Job 5 in verse 12. It says, "He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise." Yeah, because ultimately, Yahweh Bashmel Shai, he's going to disappoint this man. All right, he's going to bring him low, because Esau truly believes that by him censoring the internet, by him shutting down the grid and deleting all the information, that's going to cover his tracks. When, and you know, really, this man has already been exposed. Like he's already been, found out. So it's really too late. You know what I'm saying? Really, what he's doing now is just putting the spotlight even bigger on him now. You know what I'm saying? Esau pretty much is bringing more attention to himself by doing what he's doing, showing you that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. You see? You can't deny it. You can't run from it no more, man. You are who you are. All right? And hey, you know, before these people even started exposing you, you were exposed by the men of Yahweh Bashmel Shai. Okay? By the spirit of the Lord's mouth. You see? So this devil, man, he don't have that much time left. Like his rulership is going down super fast. Okay? Verse 13, "He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong." Now, when you go into that word froward, it means someone that speaks contrary, you know, difficult to deal with, which that's Esau Edom. Okay, just like Cain was froward, you know, just like Esau, you know, he's the same way, froward, man. Contrary to the ways of Yahweh Bashmel Shai, he's contrary to righteousness. All right, and these things are going to be carried headlong. Okay, meaning that this man, you know, he's moving in a way that's not wise. Okay, he's pretty much rushing his enterprise, man, because he sees that his time is short and he got to hurry up and pretty much, you know, force these things to happen, which really is Yahweh Bashmel Shai forcing this man to go forward the way that he's doing. Right? Verse 14, "They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday, as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty." All right, so hey, Yahweh Bashmel Shai got Esau number, and it's only a matter of time. All right, now I wanna skip to about the 21-minute mark, because they start talking about how the EU, you know, Germany's economy is pretty much tanked.
Hi, I'm Bert, small business insurance expert with Byberg.
What's a Byberg?
Byberg isn't a thing. Byberg.
Yeah, it's a lot, you know. So they pretty much going into how Germany's economy, really all those European nations' economies are messed up because of those sanctions that were imposed by America against Russia, right? Which those sanctions didn't really hurt Russia at all, but it hurt America's allies. You know, it hurt NATO. So now this is causing a bitterness between the EU and America, which this has been going on for quite some time, really since the onset of this Ukraine war. You've had those Edomites over there divided, because you had some that they were in good with Russia, like Germany, for example. Germany, remember, they was getting the oil and natural gas directly from Russia, from that Nord Stream pipeline. Then what did America do? They went in and they blew up the Nord Stream. So then that whole thing got sabotaged now, because Germany has a very industrial economy. Okay, so they need that oil and that gas, but now that it's cut off, now they gotta spend more money to get the same resources that they was getting from Russia for cheap. So that right there put a wedge in between certain of the EU nations and America. But now it's even worse, because their economies are collapsing pretty much. All right, because the dollar is weakening, and the euro as well is also weakening, because the BRICS, they're doing trade more now amongst themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they're not depending on the West as much. right? So now you have the EU nations. They're looking at America with a side eye, like, why are we even following you still? You know, because all you've done is worsen our nations. All you've done is weaken us to the point now where, look at what's going on with Turkey. Turkey is like, we looking to get with the BRICS now because they see that NATO is pretty much done. NATO was cooked. So Turkey's about to jump ship and side with Russia. And once that happens, you don't think that more of them EU nations are going to side with the BRICS as well? But you'll see in this video, you know. Let's go ahead and check it out.
And Moldova, and of course other spots. Putin this morning said, quote, given the growth of geopolitical tensions as well as the emergence of the new external threats and risks, it's important to have a modern strategic forces that are constantly ready for combat use. There you go.
Well, Germany is collapsing thanks to the war in Ukraine. We've been watching this happen slowly and painfully for over 2 years. The German economy is officially in a recession and about to get much worse. Volkswagen is planning mass layoffs, plant closures. Yesterday, Volkswagen auto workers in Germany left their jobs for an hour to protest a major restructuring announced by their employer. The new plan includes closing 3 German plants and mass layoffs for its workforce of about 300,000 people.
These are the cars with the actual VW print on the front, not the whole group. What they're actually intending to do about it, what sort of cost-cutting measures they are going to roll out. And John, they are absolutely huge. We're talking about cost savings of about 4 billion euros. We're talking about blanket cuts of pay of workers at Volkswagen by 10% across the board. We're also talking about the closing of 3 factories. That is what they plan to do at the management level. This is a company that has never in its history once closed a factory in Europe.
Okay.
So you heard that? It said, never has Germany in its history closed a factory in Europe. This is how bad that the economy is. And you heard Natalie Morris say that they're officially in a recession. And why are they officially in a recession? Because of America, because of those sanctions that were put on those European nations. So when this is all said and done, and these European nations come together, because they've already been talking about establishing a de facto European army, all right, pretty much saying that they know that America is not going to be there when the enemy attacks. So we got to protect ourselves. So you see that the rhetoric that's coming out of Europe is more, we need to depend on ourselves. Okay, we need to forget about America, depend less on America, and worry about what we have going on over here. All right, because if we get attacked, America's not going to jump in and defend us. America is not going to receive any damage. You know what I'm saying? We're right in the line of fire with Russia and China and all those Eastern nations, okay? And they've even been talking about a war up in on that Finland-Russia border, all right, up in that northern front, man. So you have a lot going on over there in Europe, and the collective stance with Europe is that we're in this predicament because of the war. Okay, we're in this predicament now because of America. America has destroyed us. So why continue to follow America? No, we need to separate. Let's continue.
Now, just this week, well, let's keep on this. He mentioned at least 3 manufacturing plants will be closed. The remaining plants will be downsized. Whoever does get to keep their job after these massive layoffs must accept a 10% reduction in salary and all end of their bonuses. Now, just this week, when it was announced that the German economy did not grow the 0.2% that it was expected, the finance minister, the German finance minister, Christian Lindner, said, well, at the moment, we're just not as successful as we should be and we used to be in the European Union, as if it's the fault of the German people. Like, oh, they're just lazy. They're not working. It's their fault. Well, whose fault is it that they took away affordable energy, that they sent all their euros abroad for Ukraine, that they were dragged into a war they never should have, that they accepted mass migration from other places, not just Africa, but also Ukraine? Whose fault is that? Oh, yes, but those lazy Germans. They're just sitting around. It's Oktoberfest, right? Germany is Europe's largest economy, and economists say this will drag down the rest of Europe. So what exactly is happening? Well, again, sanctions against Russia, expensive energy. It's a government-created crisis, and their people are suffering. Tomorrow, we're going to have Ralph Scholheimer on the show to talk about this. You know, those lazy Germans that just don't want to work. It's their fault.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with the United States blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline at all. And now Germany is now purchasing natural gas from the United States and India at twice the cost that they used to be able to get it from Russia after we blew up their pipeline. Just a minor caveat here.
Yeah, we're just not as successful, he's saying. Like, it's a cultural problem. We forgot how to be successful here in Germany.
We'll get ready for another color revolution.
So you see what's going on in Europe. Okay, things are getting shaken up over there, man. All right, and this is let me bring this out. Revelation 17 and verse 16. The beast shall hate the whore. Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. Okay, this represents NATO and the EU. And the beast is the conglomeration of Edomite nations which make up this current Western-led hegemony. Okay, pretty much the revival of the Western Roman Empire. All right, back today, right? These shall hate the whore, which is America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So right now, when you look at the rhetoric coming from these European nations, like you have some that are still siding with America, but then you have some that are quiet as kept, have an evil eye towards America, kind of like, Italy and, France, what I'm saying? They're kind of already put the rhetoric out there, especially with this whole Taiwan, China thing. France came out and said, look, if America gets involved with that war over there in Taiwan, we ain't going. Okay, we not going over there to fight for that war because we're concerned with the North Atlantic. Okay, that's what the NATO whole thing was centered around, is defending the North Atlantic from that Eastern Bloc, from what used to be the USSR. You see, but they already put it out there and let it be known. Listen, if the U.S. gets into a conflict with Taiwan, we not going over there. You on your own. You see, and that NATO pact pretty much says that if you attack one, then you attack all. All right, but here you have America starting multiple wars on different fronts that have nothing to do with what NATO was supposed to be designed for, which is defending Western Europe. All right, so these European nations, they're looking at America like, yo, y'all are some damn warmongers, man. Which all these Edomites are warmongers. See, what's happening now is that the Most High is manifesting their destruction before them. All right, and really he's gonna make Esau destroy himself. Okay, this is why all this division is occurring right now. All right, so the point is gonna come where the NATO and the EU nations, they're gonna shoot missiles over to America and burn this place with fire. Right, eventually that is gonna happen because you already see the precedent set here. As Clayton said, the Nord Stream pipeline, has destroyed the economy of the Germans. And, Germany is the biggest economy in Europe. Okay. So if Germany tanks on their economy, then, what do you think is going to happen to the rest of the nations that's around them? They're going to suffer as well. And that's going to be the point where these European nations are going to say, you know what, we need to, fuck that. We about to get this oil and get this gas from Russia because, as you heard Clayton say, now they got to get the oil and the gas for 20% higher than what they was getting it before from Russia through that Nord Stream pipeline. And who's responsible for blowing that up? America. So they're going to come to the conclusion, listen, America is the source of all our problems. Okay, we need to separate from this whore and let her, defend itself on all these war fronts that they done opened up. All right, they're going to draw it back from Ukraine and everything, man. They're gonna be like, man, F that. We about to go with Russia and China, okay, because they got the resources. You know what I'm saying? Because right now with the BRICS, they got resources coming out of Africa, they got resources coming out of Asia, and in Russia, they doing deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're cutting deals with these nations, man. So they're the nation that they deal with, they have a very good resolve about Russia. The way that they do their business. In regards to the West, where the West pretty much went in there and they bully these nations. All right. They say, give us your lithium, give us your cores, give us your opium. And if you don't, we're going to bomb you. All right. We're going to declare war on you. All right. Russia is more diplomatic and fair in their dealings. So they would rather deal with Russia. So the West has been isolated on the world stage, man. And them European nations, they're feeling the pressure of this isolation, okay, which is going to cause them to turn. Now, let's go here to Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, the modern day Egyptians are, the people of the collective West, okay, America, Europe, and so on and so forth, okay. But he's gonna set the Egyptian against the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? This is going into civil war as well, because you're gonna have civil wars going on in Europe and things like that, and you're gonna have civil war here in America. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. You see that? So kingdom is going to be warring against kingdom in this time, man. City against city. It's going to be all out war. It's going to be all bad in the West. And this is the division, the spirit of division that the Most High has sowed amongst these nations for the purpose of World War III, Armageddon, and for these nations to destroy themselves in all out war. Okay, the Most High is the one that's going to set Egyptian against Egyptian, man. This is the future prophecy that's going to take place. All right. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. So they're going to call on their gods, they're going to call on JC and, whoever else, and guess what? It's not going to be to no avail, because this is the will of Yahweh Bashmo Shai. You can't pray against this. You can't pray this away. So these Edomites are finished, all right? And really everybody outside of the elect of the Most High are going to be destroyed, right? In these wars and these famines and these pestilences and these plagues that are going to be brought, all right? These things are coming to destroy the wicked. This is Matthew 12:25, because remember what Yahweh Shai say, right? Matthew 12, matter of fact, let me start at 24. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow doth not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of devils. So they accuse Yahweh Shai that, he's only able to cast out devils because he's a devil himself. Okay, he's dealing with the spiritual being Satan. All right, that's the reason why he can cast out devils. But look at what Yahweh Shai said. And Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So with this Western hegemony, okay, with NATO and the EU, you have division amongst their house. Okay, you have division amongst the rulership of the Edomites. Okay, some of the Edomites, they're pro-war, some are against the war. Okay, you have certain policies that are being put in place that certain Edomites agree with and some don't. Okay, you have division in all aspects, man. They're not unified at all right now. Right, and this is what's contributing to their demise, but it's the spirit of Yahweh Bashmo Shai, that's been put in the midst to cause this, division. You see? Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. These Edomites, they're going to bring themselves to desolation, man, because they're a divided kingdom. They can't agree on nothing right now. You see? They can't agree on a damn thing right now. Like, look at how Amalek is moving in the land of Israel. They're going crazy over there, man. And look, the whole world is looking at that. And guess what? All these Muslim nations, they're going to band together. Okay, the scriptures speak about the dragons of Arabia, okay, coming together with the Carmanians, Iran, the Persians, right? So, Esau about to get destroyed on all fronts, man. You see, that's what the Lord is setting up, and this is a beautiful thing to watch. Verse 26, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? You see that? If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided, man. These Edomites are divided. Okay, so their kingdom is not going to stand for too much longer, man. And when you look at the hegemony of Esau, everything is collapsing. Okay, his narrative, his religion, his currency, his military, okay, his morale, okay, even down to his reproduction. Everything for this devil is going down. All right, their death rate is higher than their birth rate, man, and that's even be exacerbated further by all these wars that are going on. You see, so the Most High, he's, scientifically breaking this devil down, man, through the Spirit. All right, he ain't got no answer for it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out here. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash, call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, come down Sha'Allah and the Bible Ball. Shalom.